Gentlemen, it's Travis here, and welcome back to the SF Bay Area Sports Talk channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. Unfortunately, today the San Francisco 49ers lose another heartbreaker, another very frustrating loss. They lose 31-17 against the Cincinnati Bengals. This was just very frustrating. I mean, when you look at what happened in this game, I mean, the defense has just not played well at all the last 3 weeks. They have not looked anything like how they played in the first 5 games of the season. And when you look at how Purdy played, he threw a couple interceptions, and so not taking care of the football, but did throw for 296 passing yards in the game. So I would say had a much better game, and there were moments in the game the Niners were playing pretty solid there, and they just could not. They couldn't stop Joe Burrow in the Bengals in this game, and just very frustrating. I mean, we've lost 3 consecutive games now, and we have just severely fallen off. And the way this Niners defense has played in the last 3 weeks, we have looked like one of the worst defenses in the NFL, and just very uncharacteristic. When you look at, missing Trent Williams in the game, huge to not have him out there. You saw the kind of pressure that the Bengals got on Brock Purdy, and that teams have continued to be able to do, like what we saw with the Vikings, getting the pressure. And Purdy hasn't had that protection with Williams not out there. So for this Niners team, they got to get healthy, get Debo back as well. So we are going into the bye week at a good time, because we can get healthy and get back on track. This 49ers team, I still believe they can win the Super Bowl this season. So, we're not giving up after 3 consecutive losses. It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it. So we are going through adversity, but confident in the San Francisco 49ers. We can bounce back. What's going on? The show defense is hot garbage. We need to make some trades. We got to make some trades at the deadline, which is Tuesday. If we can add to this team, and I think trying to get some more pass rush, because we haven't been able to put the pressure on the quarterback like what we are used to with this top Niners defense out there. And so that is something that we could definitely improve on at the deadline. But you really would like to see the Niners make some trades, because this team can still have the opportunity, to get right back, turn it around, and get back on track. What's going on? What's going on, Uncle Tom? Good to see you. Look, this game for the Niners was just very disappointing. It was a very horrible game. This was this was not. This game was just very disappointing. Niners were outplayed in every facet of the game. The Bengals controlled everything about this game: offense, defense, special teams, field position. It is just hard to explain, because this Niners team, they do not look like themselves at all. You tip your cap to the Bengals in this one. The Niners caught them at the wrong time, because the Bengals are getting healthy. Burrow appears to be healthy. He dominated this football game, and the Niners defense it has been playing like absolute garbage. Niners defense the last 3 weeks, They look like the worst defense in the entire NFL the last 3 weeks. It's hard to watch what we're watching, and right now, look, I believe this team can still get back to their winning ways. We got to get healthy, and the defense. I mean, look, they got tired today when the Bengals offense. I mean, they controlled time of possession really throughout the majority of this game, and the Niners defense got tired out there. You can't keep having the defense stay out there, and yeah, we got to bounce back. And right now, look, it is very concerning in terms of the play calling for the defense of the Niners. For Steve Wilkes, look, he's not getting it done right now. I don't know what he is doing right now, but he has got to figure things out, and hopefully he can do that in the second half of the season, because the defense, look, they should not be playing this terrible, not with the playmakers we have. And I mean, if you look at overall defense, I think we're still probably ranked top 10, but the last 3 weeks certainly have not played up to the Niners standard. And look, for Purdy, it's hard to say if the concussion from last week played any factor into the sloppiness again. The ill-advised throws that he made, like the one interception where he literally was just kind of throwing it and it got tipped in the air. You wonder what is going on, because look, Purdy is not himself. 5 interceptions thrown by Brock Purdy in the last 2 games, 3 against the Vikings, now 2 against the Bengals today. Still did throw for 296 passing yards. Welcome in, everyone, to the San Francisco 49ers post-game show as we're breaking down Week 8. The Niners lose an awful, horrible game today at home. Our 11-game home winning streak comes to an end. We had not lost since October 23rd last season at home against the Kansas City Chiefs. So really tough to really need a win badly at home and not be able to get it. And yeah, this team, look, as we have said all along, I mean, health is the number one factor with this Niners team, and you've seen that the last 3 weeks we haven't been healthy, and this is what has happened. We have not been able to play great football, and it's very frustrating. And now, I mean, it's hard to say where the direction of this team is going, because right now they're really going downhill fast, and it's not good. It is not good, and it's hard to say what's going to happen. There's really no, there's no blame to say why this is happening. It's a number of factors, but not being healthy, not having Trent Williams, the protection for Brock Purdy hasn't been what it would need to be out there. Love to get your thoughts in the comment section. 49ers fans, how are you feeling? Do you believe this Niners team will come out of this funk? Will we get back to our winning ways? I still believe a Super Bowl is within reach this season. The 6th Lombardi Trophy is coming to San Francisco. And look, people are going to write us off, but look, we're going to get right back. All it takes, just one game at a time, and you can get back on track. So that's what we got to do. San Francisco 49ers lose a heartbreaker, 31-17 against the Cincinnati Bengals. One of the worst and most frustrating losses of the season. But it's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it. So let's see what we can do and bounce back. This was just tough. George Kittle, phenomenal performance. And I mean, what an absolutely incredible career George Kittle has had. The best tight end in the entire NFL. Nobody does it better than George Kittle. Run blocking, receiving, running routes, everything that he does. 9 catches in the game for 149 receiving yards. I mean, just an incredible performance. And when you need George Kittle the most, you can count on him to come through in the big game moments. And he was able to do so in this football game. Brandon Ayuk, great I mean, he is playing phenomenal. 5 catches in the game for a total of 109 receiving yards. So incredible game for Brandon Ayuk. So look, when you look at the offense for the Niners, I mean, look, they played well enough to win. Obviously, you had the turnover, the interception at the 3-yard line. Very costly interception, which really made it tough because the Bengals, they get a touchdown to Jamar Chase on the following play there. They go up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter. And, I mean, it really makes it tough when you're trailing by 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Niners were able to get it within 1 score, and then the Bengals just put together a great drive and capped it off with a touchdown to essentially put away the game. So this is frustrating. I mean, now 3 consecutive weeks where the Niners have been in a 1-score game in the fourth quarter, and all three games they have lost. This is just not a good feeling at all. Very frustrating, and right now we got to go back to the drawing board, get back to grinding, and just get back on track. Bye week coming at a good time. Got to get healthy. This Niners team, we can still get back to our winning ways. I believe the Super Bowl is very much within reach, and you hope that Steve Wilks, the new 49ers defensive coordinator, can figure things out with this defense, because the defense has just not played up to the Niners standard in the last 3 weeks. It's just been so frustrating to watch. But nothing we can do about this in the sense of, I mean, these 3 losses, we got to put them behind us, move forward, and look forward to the bye week to get healthy, and then we can get back on track. Very frustrating loss. You tip your cap to Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Mixon played a great game. From here, went to Freedom High School. So, for him, you can imagine that was why he celebrated that game-sealing touchdown at the end. So just tough to lose like this. Again, very frustrating, but Niners will bounce back. Let's go, San Francisco 49ers. We are going to be getting to our picks of the game, so we'd love to hear who you're taking as the player of the game. And my player of the game, I'm going to take George Kittle. I mean, he was absolutely phenomenal. 9 catches in the game for 149 receiving yards. And I mean, when the Niners needed a big play, George Kittle came through in the clutch. And I mean, that is what a winning player does in the big game moments. Nobody does it better than George Kittle. I mean, he was just incredible out there. So I'm going to take George Kittle as my player of the game. And when you look at the Niners offense, considering we didn't have Trent Williams, I feel like Purdy, the interceptions is where, he really cannot have that happen. The costly interception at the 3-yard line, when we were essentially looking to tie the game, and then it ends up becoming a 14-point deficit. So, I mean, you take out those 2 interceptions, and Purdy played a great game, almost 300 passing yards, 1 touchdown. But he's got to clean up the interceptions. Very uncharacteristic of him to have thrown 5 interceptions in the last 2 games. So he's got to bounce back. And I'm confident he will. You wonder how much the concussion factored into this game. And it was not good that towards the end of the game did take I wouldn't say a hard hit to the ground, but his head did hit the ground on a play roughing the passer, and that's not good. So right now, praying that Niners are going to get healthy here. That is the key. If this team is going to be able to compete and get that 6th Super Bowl this season, they've got to stay healthy. So that's the key. We can bounce back from this. George Kittle, my player of the game. And let's make some noise, everyone, for that YouTube algorithm. And let's smash up the like button. Thank you so much for your incredible support. Smashing that like button really helps out the YouTube algorithm, so YouTube can recommend this 49ers post-game show to as many football fans as possible. Thank you so much, everyone. And if you enjoy these San Francisco 49ers live post-game shows, we're going to be breaking it down all season, win or lose. We're going to be here. Love my 49ers, and we will bounce back. 49ers faithful. Hope you enjoy the rest of your football Sunday, and let's go!